Good morning, children. As you know that we are studying the lesson Communicable Diseases. In the last video, we learned about diseases, their types and what causes them. As we know that communicable diseases are those diseases which can spread from a sick person to a healthy person. So today we will learn how communicable diseases spread. There are various ways through which diseases are communicated from an infected person to a healthy person. Now let us learn about some of these ways through which communicable diseases spread. First is through air. Some diseases like influenza, whooping cough, tuberculosis, etc. they can be spread through sneezing, coughing and spitting. This happens when a sick person sneezes or coughs and a lot of germs are released into air. The germs present in the air when inhaled by a healthy person can infect him with the disease. So, this is how communicable diseases spread through air. The other way of spread of communicable diseases is through contaminated food and water. When food or water are not kept in hygienic conditions, they get infected with germs. And these germs are carried by insects like mosquitoes, flies, etc. which sit on garbage and then transfer the germs to the food. This contaminated food or water, when consumed by us, cause the disease. Now, some diseases which are spread through contaminated food and water include diarrhea, cholera, typhoid, etc. The next method or the next way of spread of communicable diseases is through direct contact, like in case of the COVID-19 disease, which also spreads through direct contact with the infected person. Apart from direct contact with the infected person, other than this, things used by the infected person like clothes, utensils, etc. can also spread the disease. So, some diseases which spread through direct contact with the infected person include chickenpox, ringworm, common cold, etc. How are they spreading? These diseases are spreading with the direct contact with the infected person or the person suffering from the disease. Then, there are some diseases which spread through insect bites and bites of other animals. Some diseases like malaria, dengue, plague, etc. they are spread by insect bites or bites of other animals by transferring germs from a sick person to a healthy person. When an insect bites or sucks the blood, they become carriers of the germs. When these insects bite a healthy person, the germs are injected into his blood. Malaria, it is caused by parasite Plasmodium carried by female Anopheles mosquito. Dengue is spread by female Aedes mosquito and plague by fleas. Apart from malaria, dengue and plague, there are some other diseases also which are spread through insect bites and bites of other animals, like the disease called Kala Azar, which is spread by sandflies. Then we have a disease called sleeping sickness, which is caused by tsetse flies. So, these were some other diseases which are caused through insect bites and bites of other animals. So, up till now, we have learned about mode of spread of some diseases. What all mode of spread of diseases we have discussed? We have discussed that some diseases spread through air, some through contaminated food and water, some through direct contact with the infected person, and some through insect bites and bites of other animals. Then there are some diseases which spread through injuries and cuts. So some communicable diseases can also spread through injuries and cuts, as germs can enter the body through open wounds or cuts. Diseases like anthrax and tetanus, they spread through injuries or cuts in the body of a person, as the germs of these diseases can enter only through them. Some diseases also spread through blood and body fluids, like AIDS. So AIDS spreads through infected blood transfusion or needles. When an infected person donates blood, the germs remain in the blood and get transmitted to the person who needs transfusion, thereby spreading the disease or transferring the disease. Then there are some diseases which spread through contaminated soil also. So, contaminated soil also spreads diseases, as the eggs and larvae of tapeworm, hookworm, etc. contaminate the soil, which can enter the body of a person on walking barefooted on such soil. That is why it is recommended that one should not walk barefoot. So, these were the different ways through which communicable diseases spread. I will tell you all this once again. The different ways through which communicable diseases spread are: number 1, through air. What all diseases are spread through air? Influenza, whooping cough, and tuberculosis. Then, through contaminated food and water. Diseases like diarrhea, cholera, and typhoid. They are spread through contaminated food and water. Then, through direct contact, diseases like chickenpox, ringworm, common cold, etc. are spread. Through insect bites and bites of other animals, we have diseases like malaria, dengue, and plague. Through injuries and cuts, diseases like anthrax and tetanus are spread. Through blood and body fluids, AIDS is spread. And then some diseases are also spread through contaminated soil. So that's all for today. Please watch the video carefully and also read the pages which will be mentioned along with the video. You have to read those pages from the book carefully. That's all for today. Thank you so much.